Ladies and gentlemen, this is a special class on various combined topics where the inputs have directly come from Shiv Mahapuran. And to give you reference, all those people who have, Shiv Mahapuran at their home or my SMP students or even the Jyotish Acharya students who have been reading Shiv Mahapuran. For their reference, this is the 12th Adhyay of Vidveshwar Samhita that I am going to discuss with you people. And to give you a background, this particular class is all about how we can have the highest level of spiritual bliss, and is there a way to come out of the sins of our life? And there are many planetary positions that I will be discussing, and all those events that we are supposed to do on those planetary positions. When I say planetary positions, I talk about tithis, I talk about transits, I talk about, the relative positions of Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Saturn, and all other planets. All right. So this is going to be the topic, and the epicenter of this topic is going to be the Kumbh Mela, right? And about various sthanas, and I mean I'm sure that a lot of you would have been watching so many videos on YouTube, regarding what is Kumbh, what is Prayagraj, and those four different places where we have Kumbh, Ardh Kumbh, Kumbh, Maha Kumbh, right? And there's a yearly Kumbh, which happens in Prayagraj, in Uttarakhand. So you must have been listening to all these videos. But this video, this class that I'm going to share with you today is purely Shiv Mahapuran. It is pure Jyotish. It is pure astrology, right? And we'll also have a lot of discussion on the Kumbh. Now, you know, this is a conversation between many Rishi Munis and, Suta. And they are Rishi Suta is also, and Rishi Shonak, and everyone, they have discussed about so many different areas of life in Shiv Mahapuran. Now, this conversation is when it has been said to the sages, to the rishis, that there will be a time in Kali Yuga where all the categories of the people will lose their presence of mind, their dharma, right, and their karmas. For an example, you will see many Brahmins and many Pandits, who will not perform, their Sandhya Vandans and their rituals. They may not take bath properly. They may eat, certain things which are not to be, which are not for Brahmins. And Kshatriyas will be cowards, where Kshatriyas will not you know will be will not be working for the protection of the country, and Shudras will be living a very very unique life, not working, and all these Vaishyas will they will have a dirty way of earning money, right? So this time will come, Mahadev, right? And what is the way to come out of these, these things that will happen in Kali Yuga? So there are four types of sins that we do. Okay. The first sin that we do is the sin which is in our mind. When we think something wrong about someone, when we have jealousy in the mind, but we are not showing, when we think that we are, very, very smart from other people, out of our ahankara, right? That we are the boss. I mean, we know everything, right? I am a very learned person. I am very this. I am very that. So that's the first kind of sin, that people commit, especially in the Kali Yuga. The second kind of sin that people would commit is when they speak wrong, right? Watch sin. When, the limits have crossed in your mind and you start saying, abusing people, that's the second kind of sin people will perform. Third is there will be people who will perform physical sins, right? They would really cut and beat and, practically give losses to the people, right? So that is the third sin which will be committed. And the fourth sin is where, this Kali Yuga will be very greedy and everything will revolve around money, paisa, right? And the fourth sin would be people would want to earn money with wrong means, right? So Shiv Mahapuran says that there are ways to come out of these situations, right? Suppose you've done it, right? You've earned money, a lot of money through bad means. You have, you have committed sin of hurting people with your tongue, right? You have said wrong words to your parents, your brother, your colleagues, your juniors, people who were not working, your wife, your husband, your children, right? You have abused them, you have sent wrong words to them. Now what? Right? I mean, you have not said anything, you've not physically done any harm to anyone, but within your mind, you had tons and tons of, that jealousy, irsha, and ahankara, that I am this, I am that, nobody is more intelligent than me, right? Nobody wants to look at Ishana. How do you look at Ishana? Have you seen five faces of Shiva? Huh? In the five faces, there are five faces of Shiva. The first face is Sadyojata, right? Then we have Vamadeva. Then we have Tat Purusha. Then we have Aghora. And the fifth face is Ishana. Okay? So, when you see, look at Sadyojata. Sadyojata is always facing west. It is in the east, facing west. Huh? Then we have Vamadeva. Vamadeva is in the south and facing north. Then we have Tatpurusha. Tatpurusha is in the west, facing east. And then we have Aghora. Aghora is in the north, facing south. And then we have Ishana, which is facing upwards. Now, suppose if we want to pray to, you know, Sadyojata. So we'll have to face east. Sadyojata is creation. He creates. He begins the day. Right? Similarly, we'll have to face towards, this direction, which is technically south, right? Facing south, right? If we'll have to, have to pray to Vamadeva. So, and this is the hierarchy. But tell me one thing, if you have to really, really pray to the most auspicious mukha of Shiva, which is Ishana, where will you face? Ishana is looking up. Look at any picture of five faces of Shiva. You will have to face downwards. That means that you have to leave Ahankara. When we have ahankara, our face is like this. We are high, right? High-headed. Have you seen any ahankari person? His face, his chin will be high. His face will be high. But if you see someone who's really bowed down, he wants to see his Ishana. He wants to see the most auspicious form of this world, is of this universe. He will have to bow down his head. Simple is the principle. Every picture of Shiva that you see has a meaning. I must tell you, every face has a meaning. So the creativity will always happen if you look at East. To be very simple, right? You will have to look at north. You have to face north to see Vamadeva, right? Why? Because all the relationships are managed from the north. Simple as that. You'll have to look towards it, right? And the purity will come from the south. I must tell you that. I mean, these are the faces of Shiva, explaining what you're supposed to do. And the real Gayatri will come when you face west. That is why in the Shiva Gayatri, the only face that is talked about is Tat Purusha. Tat Purusha is the only word used in the Shiva Gayatri, which is pure knowledge. You can attain knowledge. And we at Shiv Mahapuran students are doing these japas. We are doing these, mantras and rituals. So Shiva knew. So Shiva said that I will create kshetras. Kshetras means different places where people can go and they can be relieved from their bad karmas. And these kshetras will be on the banks of many rivers. You understand what I'm saying? Shiva said that in Kali Yuga and prior to that yugas as well, even in Mahabharata, in Dwapar and Treta as well, there will be sins that will be created. And the only opportunity to burn your sins, beside doing your regular japa and wearing rudrakshams and wearing tulasis, which are going to give you purity, which are going to make you eligible to go to those kshetras and perform certain rituals, will take you out of many problems like Pitri doshas. For an example, if you've done Brahma Hatya even, Gau Hatya even, if you have done in the previous birth or in the previous life, there are ways to come out of such situations in life. We all are sinners, no? Aren't we? If we would have not been the sinners, we would have been, either in the Vishnu Loka or Shiva Loka or a Brahma Loka. We have certain obligations which we have to first settle, and then we can get that, ultimate Loka. And the ultimate Loka is Brahma Loka, which is the Jnana. So in the 12th Adhyay of Vidveshwar Samhita, it is talked about various kshetras. Now, these kshetras have some protocols, ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you, because a lot of you are going to go to Kumbh, okay? And you are going to be with me. And there are certain protocols, very, very important, right? Now, I will also talk about the positions of Jupiter and Sun and Moon, right? When it comes to what positions, what tithis, right? For the Kumbha. I will also talk about the phases, you know, the dharas of the rivers, which tells about, their various distributaries. And those distributaries are also having significance. So we'll talk about that as well, right? But on the same time, Shiva says that on the kshetras of these rivers, there will reside sages, rishi munis, right? Gurus, mahatmas, teachers, mentors, and in modern day, we call them akhadas. They go there and they reside. Why all these rishi, munis, mahant, mahatma in Kali Yuga? Right? It is very difficult to get rishi, munis, but we have mahants, mahatmas, gurus, teachers, right, from various paramparas, so that they can keep these kshetras divine. They can keep these kshetras pure. They will do their havan, yagya. They will always try to make sure that these kshetras are pure. And purity is the only thing which is missing in Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga doesn't have purity. Kali Yuga has everything, but Kali Yuga is missing in that, 100% gold, which is not there here. That is where the problem is. So keep these kshetras, these places pure, there will be saints, there will be Brahmins who would stay. If you go to Narmada, there are many sages and saints who are permanently living on the banks of Narmada. Why? Just to keep that Narmada banks pure for us, for we people who might not be very pure in certain areas of our life because we have families. You understand what I'm saying? So those kshetras were created, those rivers were created. And why did Shiva choose rivers? Because he had no other option. You people will not meditate for 10,000 years, not even 10 days at a stretch, not even 2 days at a stretch. How many of you have ever meditated for 24 hours in this Janma, in this Sharira? Anyone from you, maybe who has meditated for only 12 hours. You started at 7 in the morning and you did it till 7 p.m. Anyone, even if there was a major loss, right? See, going to Vipassana and following that schedule is a very different thing. What I'm talking is if you have done it for 24 hours, isolated in meditation, sitting erect without passing, you know, any motion or urine or something, you were there for 24 hours and you did it. Imagine Mahadev for 10,000 years. Imagine Rishi Munis for 100 years, 150 years, right? You see, on the Diwali night, I do it for 5, 7, 8 hours. That too japa. But you see, these Brahmins, these people do a lot of meditation there so that these areas can remain pure. And Shiva said that nobody will do, a 24-hour sadhana or maybe 10 days of sadhana without water. They are irrespective of if it is raining or thundering or just cold wave or whatever. So we need something for the masses, for the people. So then the dharas were created because 71% of our body or 72% of the body is water. And water is not only water, it is all the emotions of our body. All the emotions, all the prarabdha is in the water. All your prarabdha is in your jal tattva. याद रखिएगा. Your jal tattva has your prarabdha. Simple as that. When you have good prarabdha, you have healthy body, you don't have water retention, you're good in your body. Your frequency is good, your emotions are good, your emotions are settled. When you have afflictions in 4, 8, and 12 rashis, your jal tattva is really bad. You have really bad karmas. And out of which the 8th house in the Kalpurush Kundli is the highest Dushtana Bhava, where you have problems. So you have to understand that there has to be a way. So that way was through rivers. And these rivers, the most auspicious river right now in Kali Yuga, there are all the rivers are very auspicious, but because of so much of sins and papa, Ma Saraswati, the Saraswati river has gone under the Ganga and Yamuna. So even if you go to Triveni in Prayagraj, it says Triveni, where Shama, which is little dark in the color, is Yamuna, and little white in the color is Ganga, where they are meeting. Underneath, silently, which is flowing underneath many rivers, is flowing is Saraswati underneath, secretly. Why secretly? Because you have to understand that, you know, we have two nadis, and the third nadi is a secret nadi. So we have, what all nadis? We have the right, the sun nadi, and the moon nadi, Ingla and Pida, right? And Ma Saraswati is Sushumna. Remember this, right? So Ganga is Ida, and Yamuna is Pingla, and Ma Saraswati, which is the middle, Sushumna, right? And which is hidden. But on the same time, I must tell you that what is sun and moon? Sun is our ego, our confidence, right? And moon is our emotions. The problem with the Kali Yuga is we are not able to balance them. The moment we sit on a chair, we say, ma'am, this is me, this is who I am, this is what I did, I made this, I did that. And the emotions are actually feeding that ego. That is happening in Kali Yuga. So Shiva says that the people will not be able to balance their breaths. People would not be able to take decision when the breath is from the right nostril. All these problems are going to come. So let's have these, you know, these physical Ida and Pingla, the Ganga and Yamuna and Narmada and Saraswati, so that people can go there and they can balance out. And let's keep certain dates, certain tithis, because of which they get blessings of Surya, Brahaspati, and Chandra. They are the highest auspicious Devagrahas. They have no tamas technically. People say Surya has tamas. What is the reason for Surya being having tamas? The only reason for Surya being having tamas is that he has so much heat, right? And he is little unapproachable. So we call him cruel, one of the cruelest planets. But that is the only way he has tamas, nothing else. So the three most auspicious grahas are Surya, Brahaspati, and Chandra. I'm not talking about benefic planets. If you talk about benefic, then you will have, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and Chandra. I'm talking about the auspiciousness, where you have to go above the Manipura. So above the Manipura, you'll find them, right? There is where you get all this, auspiciousness and Shakti to perform certain things. So Mahadev says that, there will be cycles of Surya. Huh? Cycles of Surya means Uttarayan and Dakshayan, right? Whenever Surya transits from Capricorn to Cancer, from Capricorn to Cancer Rashi, it is known as Uttarayan. And whenever Surya is from, Cancer to Sagittarius, it is Dakshayan. Have you understood in the most simpler way? How many of you know this? How many of you know this? Raise your hands. Right? You know this? Okay. How? Let me show you the chart. Let me create the chart for you people, and let me show you and what is the meaning and why we have certain, kumbhas and certain dips and everything, and how many rivers and all those four sins that I talked about, how and the protocols for going to these places are clearly mentioned in Shiv Mahapuran. If there is any disconnect, it is going to be a very, very painful scenario. So suppose this is our Kundli, okay? And I'm going to draw the Kala Purusha Kundli here, okay? When I say Kal Purusha, means which has Aries Lagna. Okay. And we have 6 months of Uttarayan and 6 months of Dakshayan, where, it's like a day and a night for the Brahma. Okay? A day and a night means 24 hours for him, one day. So one day for us is what? One day for us is what? 12 hours approximately day and 12 hour of night, right? So what do you do in the night? You sleep. And what do you do during the day? You get up, right? So devatas are also doing the same. So devatas are waking up in Uttarayan and sleeping in Dakshayan. Okay? So that is why Bhishma Pitama, he gave his life, he gave his prana on this day of Makar Sankranti, when Surya, you see, the equator, you call it, the line is like a little tilted line because Earth is tilted, right? So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. The moment Surya Devata enters here, and we have Sankaranti. So Surya has entered here. We have Sankaranti. It is in the sign of Capricorn known as Makara Sankranti. So all the way up till here, until it enters the Cancer, somewhere in 15, 16 July, right? From there onwards, the movement will be like this and six. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses. And from here again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 houses. So this is that line that divides, and this area, the transit of Surya, 1 month in Capricorn, 1 month in Aquarius, 1 month in Pisces. So 6 months Uttarayan, and like it's east, it's west, it's south, and it's north. So from here, where is Surya moving? Towards the northern hemisphere, towards the north. And from here, it is moving from north towards the south. Uttarayan and Dakshayan. This is where devatas are awakened. Okay. And this is where devatas are sleeping. Okay. आज के बाद कभी जीवन में उत्तरायण दक्षायन के बारे में anyone would have any confusion, right? Crystal clear, right? Was that a difficult concept to learn? Huh? Easy peasy, right? Nothing difficult. When you know things clearly, it's easy. But when you go on YouTube, you will say that, oh, they'll talk about Uttarayan so much, Dakshayan, make it complicated. But it's very, very simple. What is Uttarayan? What is Dakshayan? Right? The awakening of devatas and you know, the sleeping of the devatas. What is the meaning of awakening of the devatas? See, these 6 months of Uttarayan are the months, if, and trust me, based on my 15 years of experience, this has worked. The the Aditya, when Surya is entering the Capricorn, is Bhaga Aditya. Bhaga. Now, Bhaga Aditya is capable of giving you tons of hard work, creativity, and it has ability to beautify you people. Now, when I say beautify you people, means if you want to be physically fit, if you want to do a sankalpa, a commitment of 108 malas of Namah Shivaya every day, if you do it today or within this month, you will be able to complete it, because you are going to get blessings of all the Devi Devatas. They are now listening to you. They are not sleeping, right? If you make prayers, if you ask for that, Mahadev, Vishnu, Brahma, please give me strength to get up 5 in the morning, work hard, I'll go to gyms, I'll quit sugar, I'll not touch sugar, right? I'll work hard, I need to take care of my skin, I want to quit smoking, drinking, I want to quit any ABC Shadripu that you have. This is the time you'll be able to. Because the entire celestial world is there to help you. It is auspicious. I'm not saying that you don't have blessings in Dakshayan. I'm not saying that. But in comparison, if you compare these 6 months, you will. And you know what? If you want to see when your child is going to grow the most, is when you have that spring season, Bahar. Everything grows. Everything which is shedded is going to grow at that time. And that is the time, especially in the northern part of the world, right, which is where we have a lot of spirituality, especially India, right? I mean, there was no demographic boundaries 5,000 years ago. It was one country, nothing. We, with various civilizations from Harappa to Ayamana, we have created boundaries. But a lot of people used to reside, in Jambu Deepa. Jambu Deepa is where we are, the Asia, that is Jambu Deepa, right? And people used to be, and we get that strength. So if you want to lose weight, if you want to work out, if you want to study, that is why all the new sessions will start from April. Why April? Because sun is going to be in the sign of Aries, right? The first, okay? All the new session, financial accounting, school, colleges, everything, because you start with a strength. You begin with a strength, and all your exams will happen from January to March in any part of the world. Why? Because so that children can get that positivity. Right now in January, the sun is in Capricorn. It is the Karma Sthana. And it is also Bhaga Aditya. Bhaga Aditya means Bhagya, right? That means if you work hard, if you do sankalpas, you can change your destiny. That is the message. That is the message, right? If you do, you will get it. Do it, get up. That is why I wanted this class for you people. I wanted to tell you that you guys can rock in this 1 year. The number one thing is, first thing that you people do is that have commitment of meditation, 15-20 minutes, have commitment of Naam Japa, have commitment of charity, and have commitment to lose weight. When we meet next year, I want every one of you to do physical tapa and lose, around 10, 20 kgs. Be like yogis. Be like yogis. Thin, only eating when it is required. Otherwise, not eating. Not eating. Be like Raghav, who looks like very thin, good, like a yogi. Be like Baba Ramdev. He's like very thin, only 55 kgs, 50 kgs, like a yogi. Working for 12 hours and not thinking about eating. I am supposed to eat this, that, right? That is if you take a sankalpa, you will be able to. You will be able to. Simple as that. Because when you have strong physical body, you definitely have strong mind. The mind is only weak because your body is weak. And your body is weak because your mind is weak. It's vice versa. Simple as that. But if you take the sankalpa today, right? And when both body and mind is weak, soul is very weak. And when soul is also weak, your karmas and prayers are weak. It's all directly proportional, all interdependent. That is why, when you go for all these camps by various gurus, they will ask you to do dhyana, japa, yoga, havan, pariharas, and they want to make you lose weight. They will not give you to eat anything. That's all. That's all. Because they know these are 4 or 5 things which are required. And these are 4 or 5 things that belongs to, the major planets like Surya, Chandra, and Jupiter. It's Brahaspati. Huh? So technically, you have to understand this thing that Uttarayan is an opportunity which is given to you every year. Every single year, Mahadev gives you this opportunity to make some commitments. And if you don't want to do anything, make commitments of learning. That is why I asked Jugraj that why don't you launch the dream, workshop today and let people do a commitment. Because in this dreams workshop, what we've researched is that if you had a bad dream, what is the remedy for it? Nobody has said it. They can explain you the bad dream. Is there a remedy? The answer is yes. It is written in the Swapna Shastra. And if there is a good dream and you want result from that good dream, it is still written in the Swapna Shastra that how to manifest that good dream. You understand? It is written in the Swapna Shastra कि अगर सपना खराब है तो उसको कैसे खत्म करना है. If it is a good dream, how to manifest it. Yesterday morning at 3:30, 4 o'clock, I was in Tirupati doing the darshans in my dream, right? And there is a way to fulfill that dream, there's a small parihara I did when I got up so that that dream can be fulfilled. And dreams, the karaka of dream is Chandra. Okay, so the dreams during the night are the only dreams, not during the day. Daydream are not dreams. They are thoughts in the subconscious mind, and they're how we define what are dreams. So have that sankalpa that I'll eat less. And you know what? What is the condition of a dream that is considered a dream? Number one, you should not be drunk when you have slept. Matlab, if you have taken 2 drinks and then you had many good and bad dreams, they are not dreams. They're not dreams. When you are taking any medication, then there is a category of dreams which are considered dreams, and there are a category of dreams which are not considered dreams written in the Swapna Shastra. When you are taking medicines, when you are sick and you have a dream, when you are normal and you have a dream, on an occasion you have a dream, early morning dream, midnight dream, the 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 dream in the you know early in your sleep. You wake up and see, oh, what is the time? 1 o'clock. Oh, I just slept at 11 and I had this dream. The dreams in summers are different. The dreams in winters are different. The dreams in autumn are different. And they have different timings. So a dream in winters, if it is a midnight dream, doesn't have much significance. I'll just give an example. So all these things, we learn from the Swapna Shastra. That's the research. And we launched it today with the Sankalpa that when we do this workshop, we'll make it one of the best workshops for the lifetime. Right? Such commitments are required from you people about your health, about your mentality. And to fulfill those commitments, they also deliberately, Indira ran towards Devatas and Surya, Brahaspati and Chandra, and he spilled little bit of Amrit, that nectar that they were churning, and they put it on the four different places, right? So there was, Nasik, there was Ujjain, there was Prayagraj, and there was Haridwar, right? But where you have all the three, which is Ida, Pingla, and Sushumna, is Prayagraj. Where you have Triveni. Triveni are three different rivers, out of which Saraswati is hidden, because Saraswati cannot take this much of impurity. And this impurity is because of us, all those dams that we have made, all those tectonic motions of the earth, all those, progress in technology, has kept these powerful rivers to to go dry and to go away. And still, Ganga Maiya is still taking all the nonsense we are doing. She's there. She's there because she has commitment with Mahadev that until you make everything water, I will be there. I will be there. Until you bring everything to state zero, I will be there. And I will make sure that Yamuna is also there. And when we will meet, and we will meet at the working place of your Bhagya. Where is your Bhagya? Ninth house? Huh? Ninth house is your Bhagya? Okay? This is your Bhagya, ladies and gentlemen. This is where I'll show you. This is where you have your Bhagya. Okay? Where are the problems of your Bhagya? Where are the Shadripus from your past life? It is where is all the debts of your Bhagya? आपका कर्ज कहां पर छुपा है? It's like sixth house from your Bhagya. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Here are your debts of your Bhagya. जो आपने कर्जे चुकाने हैं लोगों के. For which you have taken birth, for which you will die. And here they says, Mahadev, Brahaspati, go there. Brahaspati, go there. Go there and initiate. And he says, Surya, you take power from all the devatas when they have just awakened from the sleep. Right? And you do a combination on the tithis like Purnima, where sun and moon are opposite each other, and Amavasya, when sun and moon are together. They are the most powerful combinations. I want people to take dips, and these dips have become Mahakumbha astrologically. And Mahadev says, Brahaspati, you need to do one more thing. When you are here, you have to look at the sixth house for individual Shadripus. You have to look at where? Where is the another? You have to look at the eighth house so that you can give them enlightenment. You can touch the subconscious mind so that people can sit on samadhi, which is the 8th house. And the 12th house is when you reach meditation. So that you also look at the 10th house of their battlegrounds. And these are the problems you need to bless. So when you go on Mahakumbha, and why second house? You know why second house. And Jupiter lives in one sign or stays in one sign for 1 year. So it comes after 12 years to give you that opportunity. And when the 12 cycles of these Jupiter are completed, giving opportunity to all the 12 zodiac signs, it is known as Mahakumbha, which is there this year in 2025 after 144 years. Logic, huh? Logic. And you see, ladies and gentlemen, the most important thing about Mahakumbha in the 12th chapter of Vidveshwar Samhita, 12वां अध्याय, Mahadev says that you don't have to do any papa during the Kumbha. What do you mean? No papa. Means when you are there at Kumbha for 3 days or 10 days, or all the sages will be there for 48 days, you are not supposed to think bad about anyone. The mansik karma should be pure. Leave your office, leave your bosses, leave your husband, leave your wife, leave your girlfriend away. Because you're getting this opportunity in 12 years. Make sure you don't use your phone. Make sure you don't wear any gold. Make sure you are wearing the simplest of the clothes and the simplest of the chappal. And you reach there. And for those 3 days, the mind should be blank. The tongue should only be used for reciting. Whatever mantra, Guru mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, or by simply saying Ram. Those 3 days, 10 days should be used. Your tongue should be used only for this thing. Only for this thing. And your pocket should only be used for charity, giving food to the people. That is what people are doing there, isn't? They are having bhandaras. 24/7 people are serving food. Eat as much you can. And make sure you put money in those bhandaras. Make sure you help poor people. Whosoever asks you, maybe he has ability or he doesn't have ability, give him. Don't be a judge that तेरे तो हाथ पैर हैं. You have your arms and legs. Why don't you work? Because God has given you more than you deserve. You work for 8 hours and God gives you money which you can't earn after working 800 hours. आप लोगों सबकी औकात 5-10 हजार से ज्यादा नहीं है. I must tell you. And you are getting 5-10 lakh rupees. And that is, God has never thought that you'd have arms and legs and brains. I must give them only 10,000 rupees a month. He's giving you 10 lakh rupees a month. And why do you think when you're giving 10 rupees or 100 rupees to someone and tell him जाके मेहनत करो, काम करो, what if God says you मेहनत करो, काम करो? For that 3 days at least, you'll give everything that you can give to someone. Even if your pocket is gone for a reason. Take it easy. Take it easy. And eat minimum. Because जब आपने किसी को फिजिकली तंग किया होता है लाइफ में, then the only solution, the 12th adhyay clearly says, is to give pain to your body. How do you give pain to your body? When you go साष्टांग to a pilgrim, लेट के लोग जाते हैं. They go, they go bare feet. You're giving pain to your feet, right? You're eating very less, just one meal. When you give pain to your body, there is a significance that you're burning your karmas where you've given pain to others. When you are meditating, you are burning your karmas where you have cursed someone in your mind. That karma will go away only if you have meditated. If you have spoken bad words, that karma will be only burnt if you have Nam Japa. If you have earned money or you've got money more than you deserve, the only way you can make that money pure is through charity. That's it. Nothing else will work. Nothing else will work. Take my words. Nothing else will work. So Surya and Jupiter should make a sambandha of 9-5. Nau Pancham Sambandha. Amavasya, Purnima, and Panchami Tithi, Basanta Panchami, the most auspicious, right? And when you go on Amavasya, Amavasya is a day when you don't have Chandra. Chandra has surrendered in front of Mahadev. It is the combination of Shiva and Shakti. It is the combination of Ardhanareshwara. It is what we are. It is the combination of Ingla and Veera. It is the combination where Sushumna and all these three become one. All of them become one. And Surya, Chandra, and Brahaspati, they are in 5-9 combination. And when a planet is in 5-9 combination, automatically, Naisargic means naturally, be it any lagna, your 9th house and 5th house is activated. 9th house is your bhagya, 5th house is your punya karmas, and Jupiter will aspect your 6th house, your 10th house, and your 8th house, and will give you this opportunity to burn your sins, but not just by that holy dip. No, it is not just by holy dip. You have to do japa, you have to do tapa, you have to do charity, and you have to be silent. Only then. This is what is written. If you go there with your wife or with your girlfriend and you stay in a good 5-star and you are mating, or your thought process is, I'm carrying biscuits, namkeen, fruits, sweets for my Guruji so that he can eat. Please don't keep them for some other occasions. You don't need it. We are there with an opportunity. You can come with simplest of the modes of traveling, with simplest of the clothes, with simplest of the mindset, with simplest of the food, maybe two times of food. Nothing. And make sure you do japa with me for 12 hours, 14 hours. Be there. Do 10,000 rounds at least when you leave that place. Your karmas will be gone. And students who can't make it, they can be with us. They can do it wherever they are. Wherever they are. Because Mansik Yatra has more power than the physical Yatra. Remember this. If you every day can go to Amarnath in the morning, every single day close your eyes and go to Amarnath or go to Somanath, that has more power than going once a year to Somanath. Trust me. Trust me. I guarantee you that. If you go to Vrindavan, I go to Vrindavan once a month. And every single day I close my eyes and I go to Vrindavan. Every single day. And that travel to Vrindavan is so fast, more than a speed of light. It is lightning. And I go there and I see ISKCON. I also eat a gulab jamun at Govinda and then I come back. Neither my sugar rises, nor there is an expense, nor I need time. I'm there every day. And you know what? Sometimes in my imagination, whatever dress I have seen in ISKCON of you know of Krishna, of Anuradha and Vishakha, and I open the page of ISKCON Vrindavan Live, and the same dress is there. Same dress is there. The exact same dress is there. That's how you travel. It's not that everyone can travel. 160 crore people of India, only 40 crore will go there. What about 120? They can do their Manas Yatra. Right? So I can give you more information here. Right? For an example, so in the 12th Adhyay of Shiv Mahapuran, Mahadev says that, the holy river Saraswati has Saraswati has 60 mouths, means 60 dhara, means 60 distributaries, that can bless us. And it says, hence, an intelligent man must stay on its banks and he will attain Brahmaloka. But where is Saraswati now? So you can stay on the banks of Ganga. At least for 3 days, at least for 1 day in a month, at least for 1 day in a year, or maybe 2 days in a year. And Ganges has 100 mouths. माँ गंगा के 100 मुख हैं, 100 mukhas. And it is said that the holy kshetras are Kashi. Shiv Mahapuran is saying, and the shloka is 10th shloka. In the 12th adhyay of Shiv Mahapuran, Ganga ke 100 mukh hain, and Kashi is the kshetra that Shiva has created. And he says, in the month of Mrigasira, when Jupiter is in the sign of Capricorn, listen to me very careful, when in the month of Mrigasira, when Jupiter is debilitated, it's in the sign of Capricorn, Brahaspati, in the sign of Makara, you should go and take a sacred dip. And this will help you, attain solution from all the papas of the previous life. Why? Because from here, Jupiter is going to aspect your 2nd, 4th, and the 6th house as well. The combination. Similarly, Narmada has 24 mukhas. And it is said that if you fast and take a dip in the Narmada river, you will attain Vishnu Loka. Narmada is for Vishnu Loka, Ganga is for Shiva Loka, Saraswati is for Brahma Loka. Godavari. Okay? So, Godavari. Godavari is another very, very powerful river, and you'll be astonished by looking at the power of Godavari. You know what does Godavari mean? Godavari has 21 mukhas. 21 मुख हैं गोदावरी के. And it is said that if you have Brahma Hatya or even a sin of killing a cow in your previous life, by the dip of Godavari it is gone. And there are many other, rivers Shiv Mahapuran talk about. Like there is a river known as Krishna Veni. There is a river known as Krishna Veni. And you can find all these rivers. It has 18 mukhas. 18 धाराएं हैं इसकी. 18 mouths. And it is said that if you take a dip, you straight get a Vishnu Loka. You want Indra Loka? Then you again, go to Saraswati, which is not there, But when you go to Triveni, you are going to take that, definitely you're going to take that dip. In the month of Magha, you have a very severe Pitri dosha. And Surya should be in the sign of Kumbha. Okay? Surya should be in the sign of Kumbha. And Jupiter should be in Magha Nakshatra. So one year, Jupiter will come in Magha Nakshatra. And Surya is in the sign of Kumbha. You go and you do Pindadana. Pindadan kariye. And go to Ganga and take a dip. आपके 100 जन्मों का पितृदोष खत्म हो जाएगा. It's gone. These were the shastras. These were the occasions. And especially the tithis are Purnima and Amavasya. Very important days. एक बात बताइए. If sun is in one zodiac sign for 1 month, in one nakshatra, how many days it will be? How many days? Simple question. Approximately 13 days. 13 दिन? Approximately 13 days. And you know the importance of 13 days after death? इसीलिए 13वां किया जाता है. You understand? So 13 दिन के बाद भोग डाला जाता है. So that, that sun's energy can bless your ancestors. If you read this 12th adhyay, it is written when Sun and Jupiter are in 6th house, you do this karma, this will be gone. Sun and Jupiter in Libra, it is written in the Shiv Mahapuran clear. Sun and Moon in Pisces, Sun and Jupiter in Pisces, Sun and Jupiter in Scorpio will release your hidden sins. Sun and Jupiter in 7th house together in the Tula Rashi, your partnerships, marriage issues that you've done in the past will be gone if you take a dip. Sun and Jupiter in the 6th house in Virgo, not in the 6th house, in Virgo, maybe anywhere in your horoscope. But in the Kala Purusha, it's in the 6th house in the transit. So when Jupiter is in Virgo and Sun is also in Virgo, you go. If you had money of interest in the past life, आपने interest से पैसा कमाया, which is a sin, you can even burn those sins. Go and do the charity there as much you can, because all the money sins that you have done in your life will only go away with charity. That is why I created Narayan Seva Parivar. That is why I tell you people that go and give some money for temple, because all those people who've done it, their monetary sins are going. All your money is not pure, isn't? Is it your money pure? No. There are manipulations, isn't? You know you've taken more money. You know you've got money which you did not deserve in your life. Why don't you help poor people? Why don't you help cows, birds, animals? This is what I say. Looking at nakshatra, these are the specific remedies I give. All these gemstones and rudrakshas and malas that you wear are just supplements that help you to do these good karmas. That's it. It work on your mind and chakras. This is the real meaning of Kumbh. This is what our planetary positions explained logically. And all you need is to read your Puranas. All you need is to read Shiv Mahapuran. You'll get all the answers of your life. This is what I wanted to give you on the day of Uttarayan, the first day. Guruji, Khushbu is saying, please guide us on the mantra chanting. Mantra chanting is your Guru mantra. Mantra chanting is your Maha mantra. Right? That's the best mantra that you can chant. And if you don't have any Guru mantra, just chant Hare Krishna Maha mantra, or you can chant Namah Shivaya, the Panchakshari, Namah Shivaya, or Shambh Shivaya, whatever. The best thing is Guru mantra, if you can chant. And nothing, Ram Ram is superb, because Shiva loves the word Ram, which has lot of Agni. Lot of Agni. Agni is the element which will purify you. The only purpose of Agni is to give you purity. And that is what we are missing the most in Kali Yuga. Nothing else. We miss purity. ठीक है, आज यही करवाना चाहता था आपको. That's it for today. I hope this will affect your mind and brain and soul, and you'll think about it. Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya. देखो ज्योत्सना, Om Namah Shivaya has to be initiated. Om Namah Shivaya cannot be said like that. उसको initiate करना पड़ता है. You need नामदान. You need initiation for it. Like for Gayatri Mantra, you need initiation. For Om Namah Shivaya, you need initiation. I am going to Prayagraj. I am there on 28, 29 and 30th with my students. It was announced in the groups, and many of you are also coming. You can do Namah Shivaya, you can do Shivaya Namah. Smita, you are to my Shiv Mahapuran student, so you are already there. You can do whatever, Karanji. The best is Guru Mantra. Do your Guru Mantra. उससे ऊपर कोई मंत्र ही नहीं है. You know, when does Guru Mantra work? गुरु मंत्र कब काम करता है मालूम आपको? When you close your eyes and this third eye, which is known as Agna Chakra, and this third eye opens inside, not outside. जो third eye है वो अंदर खुलती है, बाहर नहीं खुलती है. So that means when this will open inside, you will be blind from these two eyes. That means the day you would start trusting your guru blindly, that is the day your guru mantra will work. You can do your mantra lakhs and lakhs and lakhs of times. It's not going to work until you blindly believe in your guru. That's it. मंगल दशम भाव में उच्च का क्यों होता है? Which is the eighth house from Mangal, where Mars is exalted? Which house? Which is the eighth house from Mangal, where the Mars is exalted? Is it the fifth house? Fifth house is eighth from the 10th house, because Mars is exalted in the 10th house, or the 10 number Rashi in the Kal Purush, in the sign of Capricorn. The eighth drishti of the Mangal is a transformative drishti. You have to transform your skills, Naam, Japa, and you have to recite so that you can get blessings of Hanuman ji. आपको छोटा सा एक लॉजिक बता दूं. ओपन योर हॉरोस्कोप. देखो जहां भी मंगल बैठा है वहां से अष्टम भाव में जब आपने कोई ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन की, दैट इज व्हेन यू गॉट योर नेम एंड फेम. My Mars is in the third house. Eighth house would be the 10th house. The day I changed my profession, I got all the name and fame. कलयुग में सारा खेल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन का है. Wherever is your Mars, go to the eighth house from that Mars and change everything about it. Change everything about it. You'll get super success in your life. जाओ, आपको इतना बड़ा रूल बता दिया आज. Fantastic, Pragna. Very nice. Yeah, fifth house is mantras. It is mantresh bhava. Fifth house is known as mantresh bhava. Chant. You want to change everything, Prakash, about the 11th house? Change your society. Change your priorities. Change your samaj. And you'll succeed. Now I will not tell you first house, 12th house. You have to use these combinations. It's a class. You have to learn. It's not a consultation. It's a class. Think about it. You are Jyotisha students, isn't? You are Jyotisha students. चलो आज इतना ही.